Hello there guys, I am Patricia Bright. Welcome to The Break, where we are providing you the tools to learn, grow and navigate life like a boss and make money moves in the process. Today I wanted to do my first ever reactionary video because I saw something out there. I was like, you know what? I want to put some commentary on this. Now, this channel is all about growing your finances, leveling up, being your best self. And who has had an excellent example of doing this? It's gotta be Kylie Jenner. I know there are a lot of people who love to hate, right? And there's things that are a little bit, a little bit cringy, a little bit questionable, but what you cannot do is deny the billion-dollar business that has been built. And I saw this video, it said Kylie Jenner's billion-dollar business advice, right? And it's snippets, I believe, from like her vlog, her social media. So I thought I would react and see what she has got to say. Now, who am I to have an opinion on this? I do not run a billion-dollar business currently yet, but have I run businesses? Have I worked with teams? Have I worked with clients? Have I created and sold products? Have I worked with fulfillment? Yes. And whether you're doing it on a big scale or a little scale, there's a lot of stuff to deal with. And I know even if she is not doing everything from a day-to-day business, there's going to be a lot she is responsible for. A lot. She's going to be under a lot of pressure. There is a lot of responsibility and her name is hanging on what she does. So we cannot deny she's probably doing something amazing. And I want to see what she says about business advice. So let's get into it.
It's amazing to me that at 19, like you took something and turned it into this empire.
For sure.
It's crazy.
I had the opportunity to make like the coolest makeup line that I've always dreamed of. It's really my only passion.
I've learned a lot though.
I know this is just the intro, but oh my God, I can't lie. I love the glamour. I love the dramaticness of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And I think the footage is from the shows. She's walking into her shops, her products is everywhere.
Well, my age do not even know how to handle. The majority of 19-year-olds are still, in the trying to figure it out stage or in college. Me, it's like major responsibilities. I feel like a little old woman stuck in a 19-year-old's body.
So from that intro, she just said she feels like an old woman stuck in a young person's body. And I will 100% agree. She's very young to have a lot of responsibility and to run a billion-dollar company. There is a lot to deal with at such a young age, and it can be hard, but I'm presuming that she does have a strong team who are out there helping her. I would never underestimate how much effort it takes to build a big brand.
And the kits literally sold out within minutes.
So, the kits literally sold out within minutes. This is a strategy that is used a lot by a lot of online brands to create hype, where they actually minimize the amount of stock that's available so that they can sell out. Oh my gosh, it crashed, it sold out, yada, yada, yada. Like straight off the back, within minutes, within seconds. $1 million is in 1 minute. You often see these headlines every single time someone launches something. If you are a wise business owner, the majority of the time, but maybe this was when she first started, she wouldn't have known this, you would have some form of estimate and some kind of gauge on how many people are going to want to purchase your items. Because when it comes to actually restocking, it can take anywhere between 2 weeks to 2 months to restock. So what you don't want to have is a lower amount of stock, your customers going elsewhere to find an alternative. That is not normal good business practice, because you want to be able to fulfill those customers' needs, otherwise they're lost. However, I completely understand that if this is your first launch, you can guesstimate how much you think you could sell, but you can never know entirely. But I will say that this is a trick that a lot of companies use. It's always sold out. They always made $1 million a minute or $1 million the first day. Like, we've heard it all before. Sure, Jan, sure.
Exciting.
Dolce is the first to go.
None of us knew how big it was gonna be.
I'll be honest with you, as a consumer, some of the products in the early days weren't that great. There were some issues when it came to production, but what I loved to see with the brand was how much it actually developed. So the feedback that was made by people actually ended up being used to make better products in the future. And that's exactly what you're meant to do when you create a product, rather than shut down and disappear like people might want you to. Kylie Cosmetics didn't actually do that. And for me, that resilience was excellent to see, and is probably why it would be valued so highly.
Has been a really big blessing to me because I don't pay for advertising. All the advertising I do is literally on Snapchat and Instagram.
Oh my gosh, and she's so right. This is so important. She just said that she doesn't have to pay for advertising. She is in a very amazing position to, one, be on one of the biggest TV shows in the world when it was really big. She has one of the biggest Instagram accounts in the world. So in reality, she has a ready and raring audience who want to buy whatever she's got. It wouldn't actually matter that much what she was selling. She could have been selling toenail clippers and somebody probably would have bought it because she does have a lot of fans. But you know, it works in the beginning. It isn't always sustainable. So clearly people have stayed because the product has continued to get better and better. But yes, advertising is a huge cost for everyday people who don't have millions and millions of people who are like literally waiting like lapdogs. Like, what do you have next for us? Our queen, our queen. Not everybody has that option. And investing in advertising is of course essential. But if you can get free advertising, if you can market yourself, if you can come up with a creative plan, you're gonna be in for a win.
Ever since I was probably 15, I've been obsessed with lipstick, and I was insecure about my lips.
I know my lips look really cute. You guys, I look hideous. Why didn't you tell me?
So I went to a store and I bought every single lip liner that looked like the color of my lips, so people didn't think I was wearing lip liner. And I would just like overline my lips as much as I could. But I could never find a lip liner and a lipstick that were the perfect match. So that's how Kylie Look Good started.
I love the product story. I love the product story. I don't know if it's entirely the main reason as to why the brand started, but Kylie definitely had an insecurity around her lips. It's so funny. She was laughed about all the time about her lips. Her lips are so thin, this, whatever. She was mocked for it. Lo and behold, she took that energy and then invested into something that was about a joke about her, into something that was so profitable about her. Who got the last laugh? She definitely did. And that is a great example of channeling negative energy into something positive, but also working out what you need and realizing there might be other people out there in the market who need it as well. I love the fact that she said she was like mixing and matching stuff and lipsticks and lip products out there, but couldn't find one that she wanted specifically. And I feel like we all have that. It might be with a food product, like I really love the taste of caramel, but I hate when the caramel is too sweet. It needs salt, but not too much salt. You might be able to be the person who makes the exact product in the middle, and that's what she done. She saw a need that she wanted for herself and then made something off the back of it.
If I were to change one, I would just change one. The two ones that look the same, I think I need to switch one out. Okay. I think I could do better.
A lot of people think I'm not involved, but it's really important to me to have control over my own things.
Okay. I 100% believe that she is involved in this process intensely. I do not think it's possible to have longevity in a brand if you don't care about it. It will fall flat on its face. I definitely think that she has a huge team. She's even showed her offices and all this kind of thing. She's got a huge team of people that make things happen, but she is probably definitely spearing it. Why I know this is because I know that, of course, I'm the leader of my company, of my brands, but I don't do everything. I can't do everything. There are people who know things better than I do. I've worked with experts to help me deliver something, but it requires kind of a spearhead to kind of deliver the vision. I love seeing her coming in, trying it on, providing her feedback, and probably going away to do other stuff. And that is really how a lot of businesses work. I found that if you want to be great, if you're going to create something amazing, often you might need to get some input from others. For me, I've learned learned to like let go of all control a little bit, to take on board what other people have to say about stuff, and to pay sometimes for professionals, to pay for experts to deliver something that I couldn't deliver because they know what they're doing more than I do. That is literally the crux of business. But you have to be focused, you have to be involved.
Sometimes I see tweets like, this is the worst thing I've ever bought. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look into it and it's totally a fake lip kit. I mean, I can tell.
Hey guys, so I've come across this website. It looks exactly like mine, but it's not. The only place to get my products is KylieCosmetics.com, and anywhere else is fake. The ingredients that they're using in these fake products are also really, really dangerous.
So this is a really important thing, and I'm glad to see her like doing an actual public statement, which is about protecting her brand. Often people might do statements that people can't see, like a written statement, and sometimes products are recalled if there are issues or problems or there are counterfeits out on the market. But because she is the face of the brand, she does have to come and make a outward statement about it, and I think that it's important to do that. Take control, take the reins, and care about your customers. She's doing that.
It's hard to balance like being a teenager and also like running my business. I'm trying to just like laugh and make memories. I'm 19 and I really want to just like live for myself, you know?
That there is so interesting to see, and I think any business owner will tell you that they felt the exact same way. Wanting to balance personal life with business life is very, very difficult. I, as a mother of two and a wife, and I'm out and about, I travel a lot, I manage a team of 4, it grows, it shrinks, it grows, it shrinks. Like, it's hard, it's really hard. And I also feel like, because Kylie's on the show, she has to even like dim down how she might feel. But I'm assuming that she probably has moments where she freaks the out, because I know I have that moments, and I know so many other business owners who also have these freak out moments, because it's hard trying to balance it all, especially at 19 years old. I'll be real with you, I did not have the majority at 19 to run a business. I just about have the maturity now, and I'm learning every day that I have to improve and be better as a person, but also I need to have boundaries and balance in my personal life, and maybe that's something she was dealing with.
Well, what I do know, ladies, is people sneak things by you, Kylie, and take advantage. And I'm just here to tell you that you need to start creating your own boundaries.
Basically, for me, Kris Jenner is the boss. She's actually ridiculously smart. She's amazing. Honestly, she is probably very wise, and it's so weird because she seems so calm. I don't get it. I don't know how Kris Jenner seems so calm, relaxed, put together, ready to face the day. I'd be a headless monster running what she runs, and she made some very, very valid points that are learnings, and I think that if she's teaching her daughter this now, it is probably going to give her a much better platform in the future. Do people take advantage? Will people take the mick? Yes, 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 yes. Honestly, and I've had to learn this the hard way. And it's not that people are inherently bad, but it's just that most people, including myself, they actually care about themselves the most, their own family the most, their own goals the most. It's really important to be clear on what your goals are, understanding that other people will have their own goals, and meet in the middle to make sure you have an outcome that is beneficial to all of you at the same time. It's important to learn to keep your eye on things and not mix too much business with pleasure. Like, fun is really important, but balance is also important. And I've even found that there are times in my business where people have got a little bit over familiar, and then stuff hasn't got done in the way that has needed get done, and then it's hard because sometimes you have to make really difficult decisions, but that is part of being a business owner.
At work every day. It's not bring your boyfriend to work day. It starts like that, and then it just becomes a problem.
Yeah,
My mom has been worried about.
it starts like that and then it becomes a problem. I'm telling you, give an inch, a mile will be taken. And even now, I struggle with this. Even right now, like, oh yeah, no. I wish I had Kris Jenner, like, in helping me in my business. She's amazing.
Bigger things in life, like to worry about someone's attitude. Like my mom lets things get to her. If someone will speak to her the wrong way and she'll like talk about it for like 2 hours. I
am crying. I think like I love Kylie's laid back, cool energy. Like it doesn't matter, it's not that serious. And I'm literally clearly like Kris Jenner's energy. If things bother me, I will talk about it for 2 hours. And actually maturity is being able to let things slide. Maybe Kylie's more mature than I am, but also being aware is important. It's all about balance. But yeah, like, you know, honestly, it's funny to see.
Want to put my energy into.
You have to keep a really sharp eye on everything and everyone. People around you.
Kris Jenner preached. Sharp eye. I'm that kind of person, definitely. But I'm fun and free and relaxed as well. But I've learned that you do have to keep an eye on stuff. If not, things just slip, you know?
I worry about, because you're young, everybody needs to be a team player.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Okay? And I think that...
I know what's going on.
I know you do. You're a smart girl. Just want you to run a tight ship and remember, you are a CEO, Kylie. You're in charge.
You're a CEO, Kylie. You're in charge.
Okay, you are in charge.
Mixing pleasure and business, or friends and business. Okay, so here's my thoughts, right? You can have fun, like business and work and an office environment has to be fun. It has to feel cool, has to be a vibe, but there also has to be a balance. And I can completely see why if you needed something done she needed her makeup done or something done at a certain time, and the person who was responsible for doing it wasn't available when he needed to be. And in a business, time is money. Have fun, I get it, totally. But also be available when you need to be available, because honestly, seconds count when decisions can be made, and can be very irritating when you don't get what you need when you need it. But that also makes you sound a bit impatient, like a baby. But that's what happens in business. Time is money.
I definitely have like a lot of patience, unless you're affecting like my time. I definitely had to learn how to balance between friendship and business. Just trying to take on the boss role and standing up for myself, because people do take advantage of you.
I think because Kylie's so young, people think they can do certain things around her, but she sees everything.
I want to really take pictures.
Being taken advantage of when you're young, a woman in business, happens all the time. Learning to stand your ground, knowing what you need beforehand, and also setting expectations is very, very important. I think as well, when things can be ambiguous, when you're like, oh yeah, sure, even if in your mind you're like, no, I don't really back that, I don't really want that. Sometimes that ambiguity makes people think they can take the mick, which is maybe what she has here, because she hasn't maybe clarified her boundaries as much as she should have. But talking about it to another team member does help, but I think it's a lot better to talk. I mean, this is really not providing much advice here. It's cute though. I work with my sister. I've worked with my husband in the past. We don't work together a lot, to be honest with you, because not always a vibe. We want to keep the marriage alive. I've also worked with other family members as well, here and there. How have I found it? A blessing and a curse, because when it's your family, you're far more direct, you're much less patient, you can be a little bit more casual when you're approaching them, and that might not go down so well. But also you know that your family always have your best interests at heart in the long run, so it's a compromise. But overall, I do love working with some. The drama, one sister saying one thing, one sister saying another thing. I hate Chinese whispers within a business in general, family or not. I think open, clear communication and dialogue really makes things work a lot better. But obviously you want every conversation to be, useful and productive.
And friends and loyalty in the game of being a billionaire. It's wild over here.
I do feel like people don't take me seriously as a businesswoman because of my age. and my reputation. But I feel like they're starting to. I like to prove people wrong.
Feeling like she's not taken seriously as a billionaire, but she's starting to prove people wrong. And I agree. I think there was a lot of skepticism in the beginning, and I'm still skeptical about the status of billionaire and the number. And often you never hear Kylie herself say, yeah, I'm a billionaire, and maybe she's just, you know, far more coy, but in general she's definitely built a business and a brand. She's definitely been involved in the process of building a business and a brand that is really strong, is well known, and turns over money. And I'm sure lots of people would dream to do that. So hats off to her. What I will say that, of course, having resources, initial investment, a team of experts, a willing and ready audience and market definitely helps, but she's taken that and utilized it and run with it in a way that her other peers haven't done. So hats off to her. She's been successful. I don't think that this video gave very much billion-dollar business advice to anyone, but it was nice to see a light-hearted approach to what she's getting on with. And I think this is literally a speck on the iceberg of what goes on in the business. What I really want to know is what goes on outside of her in the running of the business, when it comes to logistics. I want to know what the everyday guys, the everyday employees are doing. So Kylie, if you're watching, you're probably not, get some of the girls, get some of the people in your team to vlog like a day in the life of an employee. That would be really, really valuable. But I love to see it. I feel very motivated when I see other females creating something and doing something. So guys, that is my reaction to Kylie Jenner's billion-dollar business advice. There wasn't that much business advice there. I will say though that she didn't actually put this video together. I think it was put together by the E! Network, and I'm sure that she would have a lot more to share as an individual, but I'm sure her team would have a lot more to share as well. And Chris, we want your advice, to be honest. I'll see if I can find anything from her online, but that's the first time I've done a reaction video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave some comments. What are your thoughts in general about business? Keep it positive, keep it light. I know people have got their opinions on the Kardashians, like love or hate. To be honest, they're doing really well. They've taken their resources and reinvested it in their brands and themselves, and I can never be mad at women killing it in business. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.